Hey everybody, it's Brad.
And I'm Christa.
From the Big Family Homestead. And today we've got some real practical things that can probably save you some do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. So let's get cracking. So we have a big family. 7 kids.
Yes.
At least that I know of. And
seriously?
just kidding. But we have 7 kids, and the grocery bill is one of the reasons that drove us into homesteading.
Yep. Because prices of stuff that you buy in the store are going through the roof.
Yeah, and so we try to grow as much food as we can. Mm-hmm. We've got rabbits and chickens and a cow and
some goats,
an orchard, and it's all done on 1 acre.
Yep.
But we also know that there's a lot of folks out there who don't have access to these kind of things, so we wanted to take a few minutes to show you some of the practical things that you can either change, find coupons for, the things that are the top 20 that are big, huge budget killers.
That's right.
Foods that are going through the roof. Mm-hmm. There's some that are not, well, we'll get to each one, but let's go ahead and start out right now, Mama, with canned fruits.
Canned fruits and veggies. They have gone up in the last few years over between 32 and 35% for canned veggies and fruits. Now, I gotta tell you, if you can learn how to can, buy the fresh fruits and veggies. If you can't grow them, buy them and can them yourself, because this is insane.
You'll save a lot of money.
Yeah.
And not to mention, too, when we're talking about the percentages of increase, we basically did some research, found some articles, and what we're talking about is over about the past 4-ish years. You're talking a 35-ish% increase in canned fruits and vegetables. Mm-hmm. So ways that you can try to figure out how to, stave that off. Like canning is definitely one. If you have the ability to get a garden, do that.
Oh, definitely.
Nothing beats fresh. And also then, if you're stuck in a situation where you can't really do either of those things, look for coupons.
Coupons, or even buying the store brand of the canned items.
Yeah, when we have to do that, generic is the way to go.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And also too, and we'll probably say this multiple times through the video, but one little trick that the grocery stores do is at eye level, that's where the most expensive products are on your shelf. They put the things that are cheaper either out of reach or way down low, because in your mental process of shopping, you're going to grab for whatever's easy. You're going to grab for whatever's easy. So be looking for those deals with the coupons and the high and the low. And, well,
yeah.
On to our next item, which is
flours.
We have a list.
Flour, prepared flour mixes, cakes, cupcakes, cookies, and even breads. Well, the bread, that if your flour is increasing, then your bread prices are going to increase. But the increase, the percentage of increase that has gone up over the last few years is 32% on flours and prepared flour mixes like your Bisquiks and cornmeals or cornbreads mixes like that. That's a huge increase.
Well, and one of the things that we would recommend you do, instead of ever buying a cake out of a box, or a thing out of a box, or a thing out of a box, or a thing out of a box, learn how to make those things yourself, and you're going to save tons of money. What does it cost us to make a loaf of bread? Like one of we've got this Amish sweet bread that Mama makes, and it's ridiculously
it's less
good.
Than 50 cents, and that's
But it's 2 loaves.
Yes, it's 2 loaves of 1.5 pounds of bread. Now you go to the store and they have 16 ounces and 24 ounce loaves of bread. Well, the bread that I make is 1.5 pounds, and it's heavy and thick,
but light when you actually cut into it.
Yeah, it's nice and fluffy, but it's for 50 cents for 2 loaves. That's
25 cents a loaf.
That's an incredible savings.
Well, and it's a loaf and a half. So if you were comparing apples to apples, when you get bread on sale at Kroger or whatever, it's $1.
for
1 pound.
Right.
So we're talking 3 pounds for 25 cents per loaf. So 50 cents as opposed to $3. Yeah. You're saving a ton of money on that bread.
Right, right. And you know what's in it. The stuff that's the bread that you buy on the shelves has at least 50 ingredients in it.
Yeah, I'm not down with that.
No.
So, okay, moving on to some meats. Fresh chicken and turkey and bacon, between 32 to 37% increase in just 4 years.
Yep. That's nuts.
Well, it is nuts. I mean, fortunately for us, we raise our own birds, but every once in a while we'll get caught, where a meal has to get done and we don't have time to thaw out some chicken.
Right.
And one of the things that you can do is look for the, not the chicken breasts, but look for like the different cuts, like
thighs.
Thigh meat. Yeah, you can generally get thigh meat around here pretty regularly for $1 a pound.
$1 a pound, $1.50 a pound. Yeah, it's very inexpensive and it's a very flavorful piece of meat. I know a lot of people are, want to cut back on the fat, but sometimes
take the skin off.
Take the skin off, exactly.
Yeah.
Take the skin off and they're really delicious.
Well, and if you have a chain of grocery store near you called Aldi, I found with Aldi, you're hit and miss. Like some items in Aldi are just incredible deals, and then some items are not such a good deal. You really do have to look at your sale ads, because you can get some sweet deals at Aldi's, but just know what you're getting into. For example, we're starting to make our own mayonnaise.
Yes, mayonnaise is an expensive item. For the regular size jar of Hellmann's mayonnaise, it's $4.50. And that's regular price. Sometimes you can get a coupon, sometimes it's on sale, but that's and we're Hellmann's people.
Yeah, up until just recently.
Right.
We got a recipe from the Go and Batty channel,
and their mayonnaise is fantastic.
and it costs 50 cents to make.
If that.
Yeah.
If that. I mean, it's eggs, oil, a little bit of mustard, some lemon juice, and salt, and it's
so if you can figure out how to make stuff like that, you're going to be far better off. But check your Aldi's. Make sure that be diligent and looking at what's on sale. Buy things on sale. And I mean, shoot, what was the meat that we just got from them? It was ground beef, and it was
a 5-pound package for $11.
Yeah. So,
yeah, Kroger has a 3-pound package for the same price.
Yeah. So just be aware, different stores are going to put different items on sale at different times.
Yeah.
So you do have to be diligent in what it is that this one has on sale and that one has on sale. So moving on, dried fruit and veggies.
Right, dried fruits. Everybody loves raisins and cranberries and cherries and apricots. But the prices are going through the roof.
Yeah.
They've gone 33.7% up
4 years.
In 4 years. I'm thinking, get a dehydrator.
Yeah. And you know what? Look for some of the flea markets and farmers markets around. We have found the best way to do if we're going to make dehydrated fruit is you go on Sunday.
Yep.
About midday.
When they want to get rid of everything. They don't want to take it back home.
Yep. So you find the guys that are selling the produce, go about midday, and 9 times out of 10, they'll take whatever you give them. And I'm not advocating anybody to put the screws to somebody.
Right.
But be fair about it. But you can pick up incredible deals. Like we got, how much were those grapes that we got? That big old thing of grapes.
Oh, I want to say it was $5 for a really large basket.
Yeah,
really large basket. So we got a couple of those, and we made grape jam out of it, and it was delicious.
We got tons of it on the shelf. Probably cost us about $8 for, I don't even know how many jars we made. There's a lot.
Yeah, there's quite a bit.
So check out your flea markets because Those guys don't want to bring that fruit back. All they're going to do is really take it over to the dumpster, which is really sad.
We've seen that happen.
We've seen it happen. So offer them something fair, but you can usually get stuff for pennies on a dollar.
Yep.
Especially if you're going to dehydrate it.
Yes, exactly.
Yep.
Or even freeze dry it.
Yeah. Well, we don't have a freeze dryer, but doggone it, I wish we did. Jinx! So, okay, next up, fats, oils, and peanut butter. This one starts to jump big time.
Oh my goodness. They have, over the last 4 years, the prices of fats and oils and peanut butter has gone up 52%.
That's insane.
It really is. It really is.
Well, and one of the tricks they do, guys, that we don't realize right away is they'll change the way that the packaging is. One of the tricks I didn't realize that they do with peanut butter and a lot of products, if you'll turn it up on its end, what used to be flat on the bottom is now concave.
It's now curved.
And it's pushed way up in there. So you look at that and it looks like the same size jar, but they just took 2 more ounces out. So fats, oils, peanut butter, that kind of stuff, if you've got to buy it, once again, look for what is going to be on sale, and just be diligent. You know, if you can get yourself to a place where if it's on sale, you can buy 2, and then just wait till another store brings the peanut butter down or whatever. Just be wise about that, because these things are eating at you. And
Yeah.
I mean, when we get to the bottom of this list, it's crazy to think that over the past 4 years, our grocery bills generally have gone up at least 40%. Yuck.
And nobody's paying attention to that.
Yeah. So, okay, moving on. This one surprised me. Salts and seasoning.
Yeah, you know, your salt, pepper, your garlic powder, they've gone up 34% in the last few years.
And why?
Yeah, exactly. Why? Why is it costing more to grow that garlic? Is it costing more to harvest that salt from the mine? What's going on?
Well, inflation, you know. And we'll say it again and again and again. If you can grow it, if you can make it, if you can it do, because you're going to save a lot more than the rate of increase here. Okay?
Yep, that's right.
Now, this is one that is a guilty pleasure for me.
Hot dogs.
I like hot dogs.
And it's hard
and I know
to
they're
make
so
hot dogs.
bad for you.
Well, it's hard to make hot dogs, right? Anyway.
Well, and the ones that are okay for you to eat, like the Hebrew National and Nathan's, the all natural ones, none of the nasty chemicals and stuff. They're expensive, man. Yep. It's like $5 or $6 for a pack of 8 hot dogs.
Yeah, so it's a treat once in a while.
Yeah, don't get between me and my Nathans.
No, of course not.
No bueno.
But the price on hot dogs has gone up 35% in the last few years.
Well, and you got to be careful too when you're actually looking at what they put in them. The ones that you're getting for $1 are nasty.
No.
Fillers, bone, all kinds of nastiness. So
it's gross.
I know, but that's the only.
I know.
That's why we get the expensive hot dogs.
I know, and we don't have them very often.
That's why.
See, now what you did? Now I want hot dogs for dinner.
I gotta go to the store later.
No,
we don't have a hot dog tree.
No
bush.
Darn it.
No bush that grows hot dogs. So another one. Apples.
Man. And our kids eat apples like they're going out of style. We can go through 5 pounds in, 2 or 3 days?
Oh, yeah.
And our poor fruit trees have not started producing apples just yet. And I'm like, you guys, we need like 30 more apple trees to get us through the year, because apples are crazy. They've gone up 36% in the last 4 years. And...
So get an apple tree.
Well, and the apples that you buy in the store are last year's apples.
Yeah.
They're not
refrigerated.
Not fresh. Yeah, they're refrigerated. So.
And here's another thing too. We're not going to beat this to death because that's not what this video is about. But we actually sell freeze-dried food through the Thrive Life company, and that food, if you don't open it up, is fresh for up to 30 years.
Yep.
And as we were preparing for this video, I just was like, hon, I never really, it occurred to me never before that if you get these Thrive foods and you just stick it on the shelf, it's a hedge against inflation.
That's right.
Sure, you might be spending $20 for X product now when you could get $20 in fresh from the grocery store. But if you waited a few years, that's going to be a lot more for fresh.
Yeah, the fresh is going to cost you maybe double.
And the cool thing about Thrive is that it is fresh. It's freeze-dried and it's peak.
Yep.
So there's going to be a link down below. If you want to check it out, check it out. We love it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And it's funny. The apples, we rehydrated some of the apples out of the can.
Mm-hmm. They were crisp,
and they tasted like I had just cut it.
Mm-hmm.
It was delicious.
So enough on that.
Yeah.
Snacks, junk food, baby.
Oh boy, who doesn't like a bag
potato
of
chips?
Yep, exactly.
38%.
That's nuts.
38%, and especially when you consider how little you get.
Oh yeah, you get this humongous bag, and there's this much in it. It's
chips.
Yeah.
You can, if you have the patience, guys, get yourself a potato chipper. And a bag of potatoes. Well,
they can't get a potato chipper. Remember, they don't make those anymore. But you can get
a mandolin.
A mandolin. You can get even a spiralizer. They have a flat cutter.
Yeah.
And then I just saw, this is the coolest thing. I just saw a cutter that goes on the front of your KitchenAid.
Oh yeah.
It slices the apples, the potatoes, and I'm like,
so if you can imagine, it makes. Like if you put a pear on this device, it makes like a very thin sheet of pear.
It looks like a pear, lasagna noodles.
Yeah.
But out of pear, and you can cut apples like that and wrap up, ham and cheese and lettuce and make
yum.
that sounds delightful.
Well, right along with our hot dogs.
Yeah, right.
And one thing that you may want to consider, if you guys have farm stores nearby, like a Tractor Supply or a Rural King, it's not uncommon for them to have 50 pounds of potatoes bagged for $10.
Or even cheaper.
I've seen them.
I've seen them for cheaper, yeah.
Yep. So check those stores. They're like the unlikely store you would think, oh my gosh, they have food.
Right.
But a lot of them have food.
Right.
So, okay. Rice, pasta, and cornmeal.
Yeah, 40% increase over the last 4 years.
Watch your packaging, guys. Go for the generics.
Smaller.
Go for the generics. Yeah. And how about this? Restaurant supply stores.
Yes, definitely.
We have a store here called GFS.
Yeah, Gordon Food Service, and you can get a 50-pound bag of rice for $11.
I thought it was 10.
Yeah, it's very inexpensive. I can't remember what it was.
And rice is one of those things, guys, that you can stretch just about any meal. And you're only putting in an extra 25 cents in terms of your budget with that rice, and you can really make things stretch.
Exactly.
And it's actually kind of funny because our little one, Ruth, we could be having the most awesome meal ever, like beef tips and mushrooms and gravy over the rice, and she just wants the rice.
Yeah. Can I just have the rice?
Plain rice.
Plain. Or even when we're having spaghetti, she doesn't want anything. She just wants the noodles. She likes the spaghetti sauce, and she'll eat it that way. But then for seconds, she'll say, "Can I just have noodles plain?" Sure. Okay.
Now, the next one is not necessarily something you're going to eat, but more and more people get their prescriptions from grocery stores.
Yep, that's right. And that has increased 43.5% over the last few years.
Now, that one, I don't know of any way to tell you how you can get them cheaper.
Yeah.
I really don't. And I guess, how would you even do it?
I don't know.
Because you don't really shop around.
You really don't. I mean, you have a couple of things that you have to take, but I don't take any prescriptions.
Well, here's the thing.
Get to be part of a prescription. What are those?
A co-op?
Yeah, kind of like that, and that kind of helps deflect the cost of your prescriptions.
Well, one of the cool things I really like about YouTube, guys, is that this is a community. You're watching this video, and you may have an answer to the question that we're going, I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah.
So if you have an answer to that question, please put it down below, because there's probably hundreds of other people that would love to hear your answer, because it's a reality of life. A lot of folks are on prescriptions, and you're stuck with whatever they say.
Yeah.
I've never really seen a coupon for the blood pressure medicine I'm on.
Well, no, no, but companies, the prescription companies, can send you samples and can send you coupons. However, we're trying to get away from the prescription
companies. Let your food be your medicine, and your medicine be your food.
Exactly.
All right, moving on. This is one we don't typically use, but I was shocked at how big of an increase it is.
Yeah. Canned fish. Any tunas or salmons, any kind of canned fish has gone up. That's not a fish.
What is it?
It's a grain.
Right. Smelt.
There you go. The canned fishes have gone up 45% over the last 4 years. And we don't use tuna fish very often. We have it maybe once every couple of months.
Yeah, because
you just get a hankering for it. And our kids are not huge fans, but they will eat it. So
look for the coupons, look for the stores.
Yeah. Get it on sale.
Now here comes one that drives me nuts as a homesteader, because we're stuck on 1 acre, and someday we're praying that God will bless us with something a little bit bigger, but we cannot grow our own beef cattle. Ground beef.
Yeah.
Uncooked ground beef, 46.3%.
Yeah, that's insane.
Over 4 years, guys. That just blows me away, that it's like you're almost getting, bam, cut this in half. You're paying the same amount. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Now, here's one we don't use, and we recommend you never use it.
We don't use this, and I will never, ever use it. Actually, funny story. I went to Oklahoma for our son David's graduation from basic training, and they had a continental breakfast in the
reception area.
In the hotel. Well, I got a bagel. And before I knew what I was doing, I was putting margarine on my bagel. And I'm like, I can't eat this. Because the flavor is just...
And it's filled with chemicals.
It's one ingredient away from plastic.
Yeah, it was one ingredient separates margarine from...
It's not better for you, even though they'll say it's less fat. No. Less fat means more chemicals. Just use a little bit less butter.
Margarine... 63.6%.
It just makes my stomach churn just thinking about it.
And I want to go back to the point that you were saying about less fat. It's amazing to me how, if you just listen to the news and talk radio, and you see all of these studies that science has now discovered that butter is good for your heart, or they've found out that this cholesterol is bad, or this one's good, or this one's bad,
and they can never decide on eggs.
They keep changing it from this study to this study to this study, and I'm convinced they just don't know.
No, they don't know. They flip-flop year to year whether eggs are good for you or not.
And here's the thing. This is what's amazing to me. If you look at the lifestyle of what people consumed for food, say, 40 years ago, 50 years ago, they were shoveling the food in like nobody's business, but nobody had all the weight problems. Nobody had all the disease that's out there. Cancer was a sliver of what it is today.
Right.
And people wonder, why are we always sick? Well, because we're jacking up our bodies full of chemicals and artificial this and dye number this and this and this and that. That's all not supposed to be there.
That's right.
So stay away from margarine, or make your own.
Margarine?
Butter.
You're gonna need a cow for that.
Gonna need a cow.
Yeah.
So this last one is also not considered a grocery item, but I wanted to include it because, well, first of all, you shouldn't be using these.
No.
But it's amazing.
We don't use this, never have used this, never will use this, but the tobacco products.
Dip, cigarettes.
90.4%.
in 4 years.
That shocks me. And I was in line at getting gas the other day at the gas station. I had to go in, pay for my gas, and there was somebody getting cigarettes in front of me, and they spent, I think it was like $6.50 for one pack of cigarettes. That's not really a habit.
I can't get behind that one.
And I apologize if we have offended anyone who does smoke.
No, we're not.
You have every right to do that. I'm appalled at how much it costs.
Yeah, and those are things that are just budget killers.
Stop playing.
She doesn't see. I'm over
irritating.
Here. I'm making a paper airplane. I'm almost done.
It's very distracting.
I'm almost done. Look. So budget killers, guys. Budget killers. These are some things that you really have to take a look at and make sure that you're getting it on sale. Mm-hmm. Check the stores, because different stores have different sales at different times.
Yep.
And check for Aldi's. Check for,
watch your weekly ads.
Yeah.
Because, a lot of things, your weekly ads from the grocery store have their sale prices. Well, if you pay attention to the coupons, mm-hmm. they are on sale. They have coupons.
Different times.
No, at the same time.
Yeah, different stores, yeah.
Yeah, different stores. So you got to pay attention to that. However, Brad and I buy everything that we can as the store brand, because it is going to be at least 50% cheaper.
Generics. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, and also, too, it doesn't hurt to ask for a discount on something.
That's right.
Just the other day, I was at Aldi's, and we wanted to have some friends over for dinner, and their family's a big family too. They've got 5 kids, and we've got ours, and so you're feeding a small crew here.
Right.
So I decided, let's go ahead and have like a turkey, like a big old Thanksgiving turkey. Mm-hmm. Well, I went into the Aldi store, and they happened to have one that we like, and I brought it up to the counter, and
there was no tag.
There was no tag on it, and I didn't realize it. And the lady goes back to look to check on the price, and she comes back and says, I can't find the tag. How's $10? Yes. 25-pound turkey.
Yeah.
So it doesn't hurt to ask for a deal, guys. So I hope that some of these things have helped you guys. Mm-hmm. And just be aware. Money is just cruising out of your bank account if you buy all this stuff. You're not paying attention.
That's right. That's right.
So if you like the video, please do share it, like and subscribe. It does help our family out. Mm-hmm. And with that...
He's Brad, and I'm Christa, and you have an amazing day.
Bye.